ABS Baguio. Member, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas.
Madali raw.
Dahil daw
RT-PCR,
may ease of travel, madali raw. Negative RT-PCR, tapos kailangan lang fully vaccinated and then no more quarantine.
The tourism department is now in talks with the South Korean government to encourage more travelers to visit the Philippines. The government expects that visitors from Japan, United States, Canada, and United Kingdom will also pick up in the coming months.
When we talk to the tour operators, yung mga hotels, etc., usually yan, naghihintay yan ng bakasyon ng ibang bansa. Or magfa-file pa sila ng leave. So they're thinking baka daw, mga June pa daw yung mga bulk kasi yun ang bakasyon nila. Pero nagugulat yung mga tour operators kasi as we speak daw, pagod na raw sila sa kaka-answer ng email. Marami na nga as early as March gusto na pumunta dito. Mga from Canadian, and these are not even balikbayans. They're really people revenge travel talaga.
Local officials say that all tourism workers in the island are now fully vaccinated and 30% of the islanders have received their booster shots. Hotel establishments and resort owners are now starting to rehire their workers due to the anticipated increase of visitors.
Ito na pinagdaan natin yung vaccination nga. Ito nga na dapat talaga doon sa ating port ready na yung security, of course, the maintenance in order. At of course yung implementation, strict implementation of minimum health protocols. Yun lang naman ang pinagdaan dyan. It's ready naman lahat ng establishments.
Masaya na po kami. Kasi para pasok na sila eh. Kailangan namin sila eh. Sana makabangon na po. Kasi hirap talaga pag pandemic. Kahit paano, makaano na kami. Makabisita na kami.
Kasi dahil tahimik dito, pangit. Ngayon, mas wala ka buhay yung Boracay dati. Daming improvement. Ngayon, mas okay na.
Around 1.1 million
Daming
tourism workers
improvement.
in the island have been affected since the COVID-19 pandemic started. Finally, Boracay residents see a glimmer of hope.
Local officials say that Boracay has zero active
COVID-19 cases. In the past few days, local tourist arrival is also starting to pick up. And just to give us an idea, from 6,000 daily arrivals in December, it went down to 400 in January 2022 due to the Omicron surge. But now, the daily arrival is ranging from 2,000 daily arrivals. Back to you, Pia.
Any preparations be made by local officials?
Any preparations be made by local officials in anticipation of the weekend just before Valentine's?
So far, local officials say that minimum health standards will be enforced, and there's nothing special when it comes to their preparation. Foreign travelers or tourists should register first and get their QR codes before arriving to the island. Hotel and resort owners are also made aware that they should comply with the minimum health standards so that to prevent another COVID-19 surge.
How does the DOT plan to encourage more tourists to visit destinations
How does the
like
DOT
Boracay?
plan to encourage more tourists to visit destinations like Boracay?
The tourism department is also offering booster shots.
The tourism department is also offering booster shots for foreign tourists. So, for example, here in Boracay, if a foreign traveler arrived here and wanted to get his booster shots, he or she can walk in different booster sites and then get boosted while on vacation. Back to you,
Tristan
Pia.
Nadalo there reporting live from the island of Boracay.
Tristan Nadalo there reporting live from the island of Boracay in Aklan. The country's average COVID-19 cases for the past week was down to a little over 6,100. The health department says this is nearly the same number of daily cases in mid-October 2021 before the Omicron surge. Officials say all regions, aside from Soxar and Jen, are at low to moderate risk category, and health systems remain at low risk.
Ang bilang ng mga kaso sa mas marami ng 28% ang bilang ng mga kaso sa kanilang lugar nitong huling 2 linggo kung ikukumpara sa huling 3 hanggang 4 na linggo. Ang patuloy na pagbaba ng mga kaso at pagpapanatiling low risk ng ating national healthcare system capacity ay patunay that vaccines work.
Today there are nearly 3,800 new COVID-19 infections and active cases are at more than 9. The national COVID-19 vaccination drive will be extended until Friday next week. The health department earlier set it on February 10 and 11. 6 million primary doses and booster shots for adults and children aged 12 to 17. The department earlier urged private employers to extend paid time off aircraft workers accompanying their children during the vaccination days. Nearly 60 million Filipinos have so far completed their COVID-19 shots. Only 8 million have availed of their boosters. High pump prices may stick around for a while, and when oil prices go up, everything else follows. As Amor Santos reports, transport and consumer groups are again calling on government to intervene.
Fuel prices have been on a 6-week rising streak, and it seems there's no letting up soon. Industry sources say another price hike is expected next week, worth 90 centavos to 1 peso and 10 centavos. According to US-based financial services JP Morgan, global prices could reach $120 a barrel from the current $90 due to the crisis between oil exporters Russia and Ukraine, sending jitters to oil import-dependent countries such as the Philippines.
Naku, Diyos ko, hindi ko nga alam bakit laging tumataas. Kawawa naman kami mga tricycle driver.
Gabi na po, bago ako makapagawa ng pang-uwi. Masyadong mataas ang diesel.
Gawin na lang 100 para wala nang bumiyahe. Manawagan nila kami sa gobyerno na sana maanuhan nila yung gasolina, masolusyonan nila talaga.
Transport groups have filed yet another petition for a jeepney fare hike. From the minimum fare of 9 pesos, they want it raised to 14 pesos in Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Calabarzon. While the LTFRB says it will evaluate the request, fare hikes are considered a last resort at this time. In the meantime, the government has so far shelled out billions of pesos for fuel subsidy and a compensation program for transport operators and drivers.
There should be a balancing of interest between the commuters and the operators kasi pare-pareho naman tayong tinamaan din ng pandemic. Kung sana may iba pa tayong solusyon other than raising the fare, dito po tayo. But as I've said po, I do not want to preempt naman po the hearing.
Besides the impact on the transport sector, higher fuel costs are passed on to consumers through higher prices of goods and basic commodities, putting the brakes on the declining inflation rates, according to analyst Jonathan Ravelas. Consumer group Laban Consumer maintains subsidies worth a few thousand pesos are not enough. It says the government should put all the stops, including granting the recurring request to suspend fuel excise taxes. Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi says the department is working closely with Congress in hopes of amending the train law and suspending the excise tax of 6 pesos for diesel and 10 pesos for gasoline for 6 months. Until then, Cusi said there's transparency in the computation of fuel prices and there are cash relief programs to help drivers, farmers, and fisherfolk. Amor Santos, CNN Philippines.
More stories coming right up. Crash landing on new stars. Yoon Bin and Sonia Jin are sending kilig vibes all over again. The K-drama power couple announces they are getting married. And it's a different story for OPM singers Moira De La Torre and Zach Tabudlo, who dropped heartbreaking collab ahead of Valentine's Day. Details next. Stay tuned. Philippines. In sports, the long wait is over for PBA fans. The Governor's Cup finally resuming today after a 2-month delay due to the pandemic. The Meralco Bolts keep their unbeaten record after clinching their 3rd straight victory in the first game. The Bolts beat the NLEX Road Warriors 110-100. Import Tony Bishop powered the team to victory, scoring 14 of his 32 points in the first period alone. Aaron Black backstopped with 19 points, while 3 other Bolts also scored in double figures. NLEX fell to its 2nd straight loss since starting 4-0 in the conference, spoiling KJ McDaniel's game-high 41 points. The second game today between Magnolia Hotshots and TNT Tropang Giga is currently underway, 31-14 in the first quarter. Meanwhile, the rosters are set for the much-awaited NBA All-Star Game. Team captains LeBron James and Kevin Durant picked their players for the mid-season classic. LeBron's starting 5 include Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Jokic, while the Kings' reserves are Jimmy Butler, Luka Doncic, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Fred VanVleet, and as of today, KD's former Nets teammate James Harden. For Team Durant, the starters are Joel Embiid, J.A. Morant, Jason Tatum, Andrew Wiggins, and Trae Young. Tatum replaced Durant as KD will miss the All-Star Game because of an injury. The All-Star Game happens February 21st, Philippine time in Cleveland, Ohio. K-drama fans also have something to look forward to. Yoon Bin and Sonia Jin, the lead couple of the hit series Crash Landing on You, are getting married. The two confirmed the news in separate social media posts. The actor described their engagement as the, quote, most important decision of his life, while the actress shared a photo of a mini wedding dress saying, quote, I found someone to spend the rest of my life with. Yes, it's him, unquote. K-drama power couple has been the talk of the town since the announcement last night. The date of their wedding has not yet been disclosed. And before we go, OPM stars Moira De La Torre and Zach Tabudlo are breaking hearts in time for the Valentine weekend. Moira and Zach released their first collab, Iba. Talks about how a person feels when their partner falls out of love. The two are both known for their heartbreaking ballads, including Zach's chart-topping single, Paano, and Moira's Tagpuan and Paubaya. The lyric video topped YouTube music trends with nearly 400,000 views. Let's listen in. And that is it for now. Join me again on News.ph at 7 p.m. I'm Pia Ontiveros for Newsnight, where we go above and beyond the headlines.
This program